I have been selling this book, Zanaz Lee and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking, which is published by MPH for a while now. It's a really good book if you want to be a filmmaker, whether it's for YouTube, social media, TV, film, cinema, whatever. This is the book to get. I'm going to make it more accessible and more affordable to all of you because I believe that everybody needs to become a filmmaker. The more filmmakers we have in the world, I think this world will be a better place to live in. Now it's available as an electronic book download on my website. I'm going to link it here. It's really cheap, it's really affordable. It's only 5 ringgit if you want to get the ebook version. Okay, 5 ringgit. It doesn't really cost much, right? It's just a little bit of something for me. I mean, it did take a lot of work to write. Each chapter of this book talks about one part of the filmmaking process. And for each chapter as well, I interview a local filmmaker. It's only 5 ringgit. It's only 5 ringgit. You're watching and listening to FAT BIDIN Film Club, and I'm Zanaz Lee.
And I'm Shawty Usman.
As usual, every week we watch a local film and we review it. And this week we're watching a local film and we're reviewing it.
Yes, we're watching Gantung Musketeer Code. Okay, bye.
Okay, so as we all know, well, we know, hopefully you all know, hopefully you all know that every year there is the Japan Film Festival that is organized by the Japan Foundation Kuala Lumpur.
Yes.
It screens Japanese films in KL and all the cinemas, right?
Correct.
So this year, some of these films that will be screened at the festival is being streamed online for free for everyone to watch.
Yes.
Now, in conjunction of this screening, the screenings will go on from now until the 1st of August. Right? And in conjunction of these screenings, the Japan Foundation is organizing a competition for all of you out there. What do we do about this competition? What competition is this actually?
Okay, so first you have to go to JFF Theatre and create an account. So that's where you are watching all these films, because the films are all being streamed there.
Yes.
So the films are from different prefectures in Japan.
Yes.
And they are like a lot of films, so you can watch all of them.
Yeah.
So you go to JFF Theatre, you make an account, and then after that you go and download the form that has 6 questions.
The competition form, right?
The competition form. You download the form which has 6 questions in regards to the films, and then you go watch the films lah.
Then you answer the questions.
And then you answer 3 of the questions.
And then you send it in.
And you submit it via a Google form.
By the 1st of August.
By the 1st of August.
And then you stand a chance to win goodies.
From the Japan Foundation.
Like chopsticks.
No!
Raw fish.
Also no.
Ebico.
Maybe. We
Sashimi.
don't know actually, we don't know.
Edamame. But yeah, so that's the competition. Now the 6 films that are being streamed, right? They're really good films. We have watched the films and we are also reviewing these films. And follow us if you want to see our reviews and our thoughts about these films, right? So yeah, that's it. Okay, so we watched Gantung. It was a task trying to find a cinema that was playing it. Right? Yeah, as we all know, it's
but we did.
Slowly taking off. Yeah, taken out of the cinemas. But we managed to watch it.
Yeah.
We managed to watch it. Okay, so what's the film about?
Okay, so Gantung is about these 4 friends. Gantung Musketeer Code, sorry. It's about these 4 friends in a boarding school who have basically like at one point they kind of bullied one of their classmates who then eventually committed suicide. And this movie is about how she's haunting them
As a ghost. Yeah.
But it's also about these boys kind of just going through life in a way. Yeah, puberty.
Even though like half of them look like they're over 35.
Anyway.
Okay,
Okay,
so what do you think about the film?
You clearly have feelings already. So
I didn't know. Well, not to say that I didn't know. I know it's from a book lah.
okay, so
Alright.
there's a lot of context to this film. We always say that we review films based on the quality of the film itself. But before that, let me give you some context. Okay, not to color our opinions, but just to give context in general, because the context is very important in this lah. Because I think without the context, the entire thing just falls apart. So first of all, Gantung is a series of books. Okay, there's Gantung 1, 2, 3, produced by Fixie. I mean, really, published by Fixie and written by Nadia Khan. After that, they had Gantung the series, and then after Gantung the series, they were supposed to have Gantung the movie. They crowdfunded for Gantung the movie, and then COVID hit. And then from then until now, slowly, they managed to shoot the movie lah. There were also some recasts. There were like 2 recasts. Yeah. And then finally, in June, they released the movie. Okay, so this movie was really produced not so much for the masses, but for this cult following of people that have followed this series from the book to this TV series to now the film.
So the following for this film or the story is more like a cult following rather than mass following lah. So it's a small crowd only lah.
Yes, it's a cult following.
A niche audience only lah.
I really feel so, yes. Okay.
So I did not know. I know about the books. I did not know it was a series. So when the film came out, when I watched it, one thing that struck me most, right? That struck me was that, hey, why is this film trying to be like the old Redcom TV shows and Redcom movies like Kami and all those kind of, like the Shamil Osman kind of style of shows lah. Note my words here, trying to be. You know, so I felt like it was trying to copy that, right? Then later on, you told me that the series was directed by Shamil.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, it kind of makes sense then. I'm going to be honest to say that the film didn't really work for me. I can see that the premise, the story, and all that, right? Yeah, it sounds great. It's like it's got a good concept. It's got potential to be a really good story lah, or a really good film lah, right? But it didn't really translate in the film. What it got me thinking was that, hey, this would probably be a good book.
Surprise!
Yeah, no, really, it's like
Guess
the
what?
story
It's a book.
would make a really good,
It's 3 books.
nice pulp fiction kind of novel. You know what I mean? Which I could like sit down and just like read and then finish it off in like half a day.
Okay,
or
we're
something.
buying you the book.
You know,
We'll buy
I
you
think
the series of the
we
book.
might have.
We don't have.
We don't. No. Okay. Anyway.
We don't
Yeah.
have.
So anyway, yeah. So yeah, I could see that. But the film for me, I don't think the film was bad. It wasn't bad. It was just not there enough to keep me entertained. You know, even though I thought the story was a good idea. One thing that I told you straight away while watching the movie was that, why is everybody there just so beautiful? It was so beautiful that,
Yes.
like, is it like AI or what?
Everyone is beautiful
Yeah.
in this film.
And
the girl, there's a female character in the film, Farah.
who looks like Era Fazira.
Oh my god!
She looks
She's
like-
beautiful!
She looks like Era Fazira. So it's like, so
Every angle.
when every character and every actor, even the extras are beautiful, right? It just makes me feel like it's manufactured rather than
Even the comic
natural.
relief is beautiful.
Yeah.
Everyone is
You know,
beautiful.
all the guys are handsome and pretty and buff, you know. So that kind of, unfortunately, kind of put me off lah. Because I feel like it's
You don't
manufactured
like
lah.
beautiful people.
No, I do like beautiful people. But you know how like you look at a boy band and then you see, this is put together, man. It was so like constructed and manufactured that you just don't want to give it the time of day. You know, it's that lah. I mean, I understand wanting to have beautiful faces and, you know, on screen and all that, but no, that put me off lah. Maybe it doesn't put a lot of other people off, but it does put me off lah. I also got a little bit confused. I was trying to see, is this a school is this a university? Is this a workplace hostel? Because these characters, they all look old. How are they then in school? You know, so it was a little bit off for me. You know,
Shall I go now?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. So I agree on the premise of the story. I really like the story. I think it's a story that has not really been told in the way that it was told this time. I really love the fact that it's got a level of accountability for people who do stupid things. Which, again, in Malaysian cinema, they're not really held accountable unless it's a Pontianak killing them or killing their family or some, you know, the accountability is always very like that one.
It's kind of she died and now she's haunting them.
No, but this one, she didn't kill them, what? And she wasn't trying to kill them, you know. But the accountability is that you still have to face your consequences in the end. And there are consequences for everything that you do in the end. And in the end, the consequences were very dire, okay, if you remember. I think I know why you didn't like it. Because I also felt that it was actually a little bit tiresome because the dialogue and everything was perhaps not really sure, cannot confirm right now, but it felt very much like it was lifted straight away from the book. So it's like that thing, like that other thing that we watched where the Namron one, the importance of being earnest, Malay version, where they turned it into a film, but then the dialogue was still from the play. So then it became tiring.
Oh yeah, I remember. I forgot what it was.
Yeah. So this one was also kind of like Mencari Rahmat? No. Anyway, so this one was...
Mencari Rahmat is a new one that's out.
No, that's P. Ramlee.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
So anyway, that was why it was tiring for me lah, because the dialogue and everything felt, yeah, it would be okay if it was read, but it didn't really translate very well on screen. Secondly, they have baby faces, all of them, but then clearly their body and their build is not like teenagers. And yeah, everybody is beautiful in this series. But there were also a little bit of... There was some like very one-dimensional characters that were confusing to me. Predominantly, Sangeeta's character, the warden. She comes in and she's like now the female warden of their dorm. And she's just doling out like harsh punishments, taking people's motorcycle key lah. Then suddenly she takes all their room keys, but then they're still living in the dorm after that.
How is that? Yeah. I mean, I went to boarding school.
And her dialogue is also very very straight up. Like, you get that she's supposed to be a straight up no nonsense person because her dialogue is straight up and no nonsense. But there should be some human elements to a no nonsense person also lah. So it felt a little bit like cartoonish for me, that character specifically.
And why is a woman warden taking care of a boy's dog?
That's what they said also. Why got woman warden taking care of a boy's dog?
I went to boarding school. It's not like that.
No one answered that. So that didn't really work for me. So the last 5 minutes of the film though really kind of caught me lah. It caught me and it gave me feelings, and that was what kind of like renewed me back to it. I think it is, like you said, not a bad film, but could definitely have been improved. And it had good bones lah.
As for a book.
No, it had good bones for a film also. It just needed to be workshopped a little bit more. So, would you tell people to go watch it if you can, because it's not really in the cinemas?
I know where it's shot. It's shot at the Duyumas school because I used to play basketball at that basketball court. Yeah, so that was a bit of nostalgia for me. But I don't know. I don't know lah. If don't watch, so never mind.
I think it's one of those things where the viewer gives it meaning. So
The viewer gives it meaning.
The viewer gives it meaning. So it's like something doesn't mean anything unless you give it meaning, right? So this one is where the viewer gives it meaning. It will mean a lot to you if you have followed this series, followed this book series, and then followed the TV series, and then contributed to the film and waited for the film. Like for me, it also gave me meaning because I'm really proud of Nedo for making it, for producing it, and you know, she's waited. We're not friends, we are social media friends, but I've been following the progression of this movie since the pandemic, and you know, Nedo is a very established writer in her own right, and they've been through so much to make this film. So when I was watching it, yeah, the film itself is okay only, but it was just really, for me, a proud social media friend moment to see that she has finally made it lah. To see that something that you have been seeing in progress for so long finally come to life, you know. And again, Nedo is one of those writers that really inserts subtle feminism into her writing also, which is why I really like it. She wrote an English novel which I read, and I also really liked it. It resonated with me so much. So I'm excited to see what they come up with next lah.
What,
So,
book
yeah.
or movie?
Whichever lah, because how do you know that the movie after this is not going to be better?
Nobody
We
knows.
learn from our experiences, what?
Hope so.
So yeah. So, like this video. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, like this
Like this
video,
video.
don't like this video, subscribe to our channel, follow us on all our social media platforms at FAT BIDIN, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything you've been watching and listening to the FAT BIDIN Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shah Ibusawan.